These are my Florida whites. Rabbits are kept in individual cages, one rabbit per cage. These cages are cages that I built myself according to the instructions in Story's Guide to Raising Rabbits by Bob Bennett. These cages are 3 feet by 2 feet by 2 feet, which is the dimensions recommended for Florida whites. I use Florida whites because they are a smaller rabbit, yet they pack a lot of good meat. And with Florida whites, you can use slightly smaller cages. And they're very efficient rabbit to raise in a small location like my garage here. And today I'm going to breed these two rabbits. This is a female, this is a male. You always take the female to the male for breeding. You pick up rabbits by the nape of the neck, never by the ears. Take the female to the male. And it only takes a minute. Here's the nest box that I made according to the directions given in the book. I used the baby wire, the baby saver wire, the finer hardware cloth to make these. Again, these are smaller because we're breeding Florida whites. Now in the winter time, you have to keep the bunnies cold because they're born without, you have to keep them warm because they're born without fur. So in the wintertime, I'll line this completely with cardboard. In the summertime, I'll just put a piece of cardboard in the bottom. And you fill this with hay. Then the mother will make her nest in there. You put the nest box in on day 27. Now, gestation period for rabbits is 31 days, but sometimes they come a day or two early, sometimes they come a day or two late. So you want to put the nest box in on day 27. Let the mother get used to it, make her nest in there. It is day 31. As you can see, the nest box is in the cage and the mother has made her nest. She pulls fur from her belly and lines the nest box, and so when it gets like this, then you know the bunnies will be coming very soon. I suspect the bunnies will be coming tonight. Good mother. This will be her first litter, and looks like she's going to be a good mother. Sometimes mothers aren't too bright and they have their babies outside the cage, and you have to put them in the cage, in the nest box. In the wintertime, they'll probably die if she has them outside. But that's why we have the baby wire, to keep them from falling through in case she has the babies, because the babies will come in the middle of the night. And it looks like we have a good mother here. Looks like she will have her babies in the nest box because she's getting it all ready. Our mother rabbit had her babies last night, so we're going to take a look, see how many she had. First, I'm going to give mother something to eat here. Occupy her a little bit while I take a look. We need to take a look here to see how many babies she had and remove any dead ones. Where did she hide them? Oh, there they are. They're up here. Now usually they have 8. Looks like she only had 4. Sometimes if they only get fertilized on one side, they'll have 4 bunnies instead of the usual 8. They're born without hair, and so they're very vulnerable to the cold when they're first born. I think that all survival-minded people should look seriously into raising some of their own meat. It is not only important to have your own garden and grow your own produce, but it is also important to have a good source of protein. When you raise your own food, of course, you can avoid paying sales taxes at the grocery store. You can avoid higher prices. You can avoid all the chemicals and the antibiotics that go into the food for the animals that we buy. It's a lot healthier for you. And don't say that you can't grow your own livestock because you live in a city, because I have proven it right here. I live in a city. I have a 1-car garage, and yet I have a rabbitry which is sufficient to feed my family. This is Survival Doc, reminding you, be prepared, or be prepared to be fleeced.